Hello guys, welcome to my channel. Today I am going to do Exp25 Excel chapter 7 Cumulative hot tubs. Basically this is the 7th chapter of Pearson course, and in this video I will be doing this assignment step by step, and you can get your assignment done by watching this complete video. But if you want me to do this assignment for you, or if you want me to do this complete course for you, including all the Word, Excel, PowerPoint or Access assignments, then you can contact me and you can hire me for your complete course. You can also hire me for your other courses like accounting, management, finance, information technology, computer sciences and all other writing assignments. So at start of the instruction you can see the project description. We have nothing to solve in this project description, but I suggest you to read this project description well so that you can get an idea about the assignment. Once you will read this project description, this will be easy for you to understand this assignment well. So please go through it and get an idea. Okay? So now we have main part of the assignment, that is steps to perform to complete this project. So we have a total of 23 steps or 23 questions to get this assignment done. So in this video I am going to solve each and every single question, and you are simply supposed to follow me if you want to get this done for you. So we will now start solving the steps, or we will start solving the questions starting from step number 1. And step number 1 of the assignment is saying start Excel, download and open the file named Exp25 Excel chapter 7 Cumulative hot tubs. Grader has automatically added your last name to the beginning of the file name. So I have already downloaded this Excel workbook, and this is the Excel workbook that we gonna use to solve this assignment. We will apply all the instructions, all the steps to this Excel workbook, and we will make this Excel workbook in the final form for the submission. So in step number 1 of the assignment, we are simply supposed to download and open this Excel workbook. There is nothing else to solve in step number 1 of the assignment. That's why we will move to step number 2. So step number 2 of the assignment is saying your first task is to use date function to identify the date of week each order was placed in cell D2 inside the weekday function to return the serial number representing the weekday that the first hot tub was ordered. Omit the return argument. Copy the function to the range D3 up to D12. So here in column D, we are supposed to find the serial number when first hot tub was ordered. We can do this by using the weekday function. So we will simply type equal sign in cell D2 and type weekday. So here you can see the weekday function, double click on that. So we got the weekday function. Now click function symbol to insert or put the function arguments. So our serial number will be E2 because we are going to find the serial number when the first hot tub was ordered. So we will use date order in serial number, and we are supposed to omit the return type. So we will leave it empty and click OK. So we got 5 as a serial number when the first hot tub was ordered. Now we are supposed to copy this formula down to the column D to get the other serial number up to cell D12. So for this purpose we will use the fill handle and we will drag it down. So we got all the serial numbers. So that is all about step number 2. So now let's move to next step of the assignment, that is step number 3. So in step number 3, it is saying that the result of weekday function is a serial number. So now you can see the result of weekday function are the serial numbers. Okay, but we are supposed to show the exact weekday name. Okay, so for this purpose it is saying you will format it to display as a day of the week and left align the results. Select the range D2 up to D12. This is the range that has the serial numbers. Apply a custom number format DD to display the actual weekday. Apply the left horizontal alignment. So we will simply select all the serial number. Select all the serial numbers, then go to Home tab. Here you can see the number format and click this arrow. Okay. Now go to custom number format and select general from here. Then we will remove this general and we will type tetra D and click OK. So you can see that we got the actual weekday's name. Now we are supposed to apply left horizontal alignment. So go to Home tab. In alignment we have different options for the alignment and we are supposed to apply align left. So I have aligned left. Okay, that is all about step number 3 of this assignment. So now we have completed third step as well, and now we gonna do next step of the assignment, that is step number 4. And step number 4 of the assignment is saying you want to calculate the number of days between the order date and the date the store received the hot tub. So now in column G, we are supposed to find the number of days between the date order and date received. For this purpose, it is saying in cell G2, insert the days function to calculate the number of days between the date ordered and date received for the first hot tub. Apply the central horizontal alignment. Copy the function to the range G3 up to G12. So we will simply go to column G and in cell G2 we will use the days function. So type equal sign and type days. You will see the days function is here. Double click on that. So we got the days function. Now click function symbol to insert or enter the function arguments. So first is end date and end date will be receive date. Okay, so receive date is given in cell F2 and start date will be order date and that will be E2. Okay, so our function will be days and in brackets we have F2 comma E2. F2 is date received and E2 is order date. So we got 71 days that it took when the first hot tub was received. Now we are supposed to use the fill handle to drag it down to get the other number of days. So we got all the number of days, and remember this, we used days function to calculate the number of days between the order date and date received. Okay, and that is all about step number 4 of this assignment. So we have completed 4 steps so far. Now let's move to next step of the assignment, that is step number 5. And step number 5 of the assignment is saying each hot tub comes with a 2-year standard warranty. Starting with the date received, you want to identify the date the warranty ends. So now we are supposed to find when warranty will be end. So for this purpose, it is saying in cell H2, insert the EDate function to identify the end date of warranty. So now we are supposed to use EDate function because we are going to find the end date when the warranty will end. The warranty ends after 2 years from the date received. So it is saying warranty will be end after 2 years when the order was received. Apply the short date format, copy the function to the range H3 up to H12. So now in cell H2, we are supposed to find the end date for the warranty, and the warranty will end after 2 years when the order was received, and order received date is given in cell F2. So here we will type EDate function. So type equal sign and type EDate, so we will get the EDate function. So now enter the function, click on the function symbol there so that we can put the function arguments. So now our start date will be when the order was received, that is given in cell F2, and month, so it is saying after 2 years, so month will be 12 multiplied by 2, that will be 24. Okay, so we will got the warranty end. Okay, now it is saying apply the short date format. So we got a number for the warranty end, but we are supposed to format it as the short date. For this purpose, we will simply go to home tab and in number format click this arrow, and from here select the short date. So we got a date when the warranty will end. Okay, now we are supposed to copy the formula down to column H so that we can get the other dates. So we got all the dates. So this was step number 5, where we were supposed to use end date function to get the date when the warranty will end. So I use the EDate function for this purpose. F2 is showing the date received for the first hot tub, and then 24 is the number of month because 2 years is mentioned in the instruction. So I think you got this point clearly. So now we will move to next step, that is step number 6. Step number 6. Step number 6 is saying next you will use logical functions. First you will use the switch function to switch the codes PD and CR for the paid in full and credit respectively. So now in this step we are supposed to switch these codes that are given in column B, and we are supposed to show the pay status in column C. For example, for PD it is saying that we are supposed to switch this PD to paid in full, and for CR it is saying that we are supposed to switch this to credit. Okay, so first we are supposed to use the switch function to evaluate the first value in the code column, switch PD for paid in full and switch CR for the credit. Use the text string for the last 4 function arguments. Copy the function to the range C3 up to C12. So we will simply go to cell C2 and we will type equal sign. After typing the equal sign, we will type our function, that is switch. So we will get the switch function here. So we got the switch function now. Now click on the function symbol to enter the function arguments. So now our expression is given in cell B2. Okay, that is value 1 is PD. So in inverted commas we will type PD. So it should switch PD into paid in full. So we will type paid in full here. Okay, and our second value is CR. It should switch to credit. It should switch to credit. So let me explain this function again. We are using the switch function that will switch PD into paid in full and CR into credit. Click OK. So now you can see that B2 is paid and P2 is PD, so it will switch paid and credit. So now we will use the fill handle to drag it down to get the other pay status. So now for CR you can see the credit, CR credit, PD paid in full, because we used switch function that is switching PD into paid in full and CR into credit. And that is all about step number 6 of this assignment, where we were supposed to use the switch function to switch the codes into full pay status. Okay, and now we gonna do next step, that is step number 7. So step number 7 is saying now you will issue a store credit towards cleaning supplies if order look over 45 or 70 days as a goodwill gesture. In cell J2, insert the ifs function. Evaluate if the days for the first hot tub order was greater than 70. If so, return 100. If the days for the hot tub was greater than 45, return 50. Otherwise, return 0. Use cell references to the criteria threshold and store credits located in the range I15 up to J16. Use relative and mix cell references correctly. Copy the function to the range J3 up to J12. So now in cell J2, that is column J, we are going to use the ifs function. So type an equal sign and type ifs. So we got the ifs function here. So now click on the function symbol to enter the function arguments. Okay, so now we will check the first condition. So first condition is saying evaluate if the days for the first hot tub was order was greater than 70. So that's mean days, that is G2, is greater than 70, and 70 is given in cell I15. Okay, but we are supposed to use absolute reference for this I15. Okay, if this value is true, then if so return 100. So it will return 100. 100 is given in cell J15. So our result will be J15. Okay. So now we will check the other condition. Other condition is days for the hot tub was greater than 45. Return 50. So we will check if J2 is greater than 45, that is given in cell I16. Use absolute reference for this I16. Okay, value if true. If this value is true, it should return 50, that is J16. Okay, then it is saying otherwise return 0. That's mean if any other condition met, so we will type true, it should return 0. So now let me explain this function. We are using ifs function. We use ifs function where conditions are more than 2. So here we have 3 conditions, so we are using if function. So first we are checking if days that are given in cell G2 are greater than I15, that's mean 70. Greater than 70, it should return 100. Okay, that is equal to J15. Then we are checking if the days are greater than 45, that means G2 is greater than I16, it should return 50, that is J16. If any other condition is true, it should return 0. So we got 100 for this one. Okay. Now we are supposed to copy the formula down to the column J so that we can get the other values. So we got the other values. So now let me see, here you can see days are greater than 70 because here G2 is 71, so it should return 100. But here and both conditions are not meeting, so result is 0. Here you can see the days on the market are greater than 45, it is returning 50. So that's mean our function is working correctly. So we have completed step number 7 of this assignment as well. And now we're going to do next step, that is step number 8. So step number 8 is saying, finally you will create a nested if function that displays send gift basket for the customer who bought either the luxury or serenity model and paid in full. Okay. In cell K2, insert an if function with a nested AND function, with the nested OR function. So we are using if function nested with AND and nested with OR function. The function should display send gift basket if these conditions are met. So first condition is the model was either luxury or serenity, first condition. Second is the hot tub was paid in full. If this condition are false, use an empty text string. Okay, use text within the argument and appropriate relative cell references. Copy the function to the range K3 up to K12. So now we will go to cell K2 and we will type equal sign and we will type if. Okay, so we got the if function. So now click on the function symbol to enter the function arguments. Now we are supposed to nest this if function with the AND and OR function. So first we will type AND, then in bracket we will type OR function, and OR function will check first condition. First condition is the model was either luxury or serenity. So we will type A2 is equal to luxury okay or A2 is equal to okay, this is OR function. Okay, now we will check C2 is paid in full. So we are checking these two conditions. If these two conditions are meeting, then it should return send a basket. Okay, so we can copy or type here send a basket, otherwise it should return an empty string. So let me repeat this function. We are checking if A2 is luxury or serenity, if this condition is meeting, and the other one is if C2 is paid in full, that it should return send a gift basket, otherwise it should return an empty string. So now you can see this is luxury and this is paid in full, it should return send a basket. Now we will use the fill handler to drag the formula down. So now we got the 4 send gift baskets. So now check this one. This is serenity and paid in full, so it should return send a gift basket. Okay, so that is all about step number 8. So we have completed 8 steps of this assignment so far. So now